Sage Wanderer here, and welcome to a new episode I call Sage Mail. It's Sage Mail. Ding! You've got mail. So, I put my P.O. box out there and, and asked for help for the first time. And the response was overwhelming. So I have some mail here, and I'm not going to read all the letters because that's just, I don't know that everyone wants to sit through everything, but I'm going to hit the highlights. And hey, not everybody sent me money. Well, I think most everybody sent me something, even if it was just a little bit. Like one person sent me the $1 that one of my video viewers said if everyone sent Sage $1, he'd have $30,000. So, and there was a couple that just, said, like, I can't afford to send you money, anything to help, but, I just wanted to drop you a note and say hi. So there's some of that in here. And I kind of want to hit the highlights, because I was really just, thank you guys so much. I'm so blown away. I'm humbled and amazed. And there's so much love. There's so much love in these letters. But I gotta give props to the first one because this guy sent me a letter, but he also sent me a check for the $2,500 to pay my taxes. One guy, when I made that video, I went to some people, $2,500. I don't know if it was to you or a big burden, but and I don't know how much. Well, I'm gonna say your name, Brian, because I'm about to plug your business. Um, It's actually, there's a lot of irony in this first bit, and then we'll get to the rest of the letters here. But if you wrote me a letter it's not in here, chances are it just hadn't got to me yet. Most of this stuff is from Texas and the southern part of the country because it hasn't had time to get here yet. It was just a few days ago. So, but I want to tell you about this first guy, Brian. He wrote me this letter. Hello, Sage. This donation is from your YouTube follower, Wise Night Owl. So if you see Wise Night Owl on the comments board, you make sure and give him lots of love. I decided to go ahead and cover the entire amount for you. I'm going to try not to cry. The entire amount for your land back taxes. If you decide to mention me in one of your future videos, please mention my company, Texas Caregiver Support Services, and my website, www.texascaregiver.net. And, yeah, Brian, I'm definitely sending you a shirt. I'm going to have one made just for you. But I decided to go look online and see what Texas Caregiver Support Services were. And here's what I found. Texas Caregiver Support Services was founded in 2014 by Mr. Brian Mertz. Brian first became involved with caregiver issues after his father was diagnosed with dementia in 2013. 2 years later, Brian's mother, who was also her husband's primary caregiver, was diagnosed with brain cancer and passed away in June of 2015. In September 2018, Brian's father passed away from senile degeneration of the brain. Brian has become a Texas caregiver advocate and encourages paid caregiver employment as a solution to the quietly increasing family caregiver crisis. So now, I'm going to share with you guys a secret you don't know. You've heard me talk about this business I was a silent partner in, and that God takes care of me because God was paying all my bills through this business. And some of you have been confused that I live in a van down by the river, but at the same time, I have a house. And I've laughed and said on the comment section and said, look, I have a house, but other people live in it that need it more than I do. And I didn't want to talk about the business I was involved in Oregon because of the Antifa and the doxing, and they're getting people fired and people are losing their government licenses. And even though the business was not in my name, it was all in my romantic, and I guess on again, off again, life partner was all in her name. And but at the same time, I didn't want people to know my association with her, and that I didn't want people to know that I'd used my life savings to start this business for her, and that I basically I took a little bit I had left after the financial crash, and I used it to start this business. Well, what business is it? I can finally talk about it because I'm no longer part of it. I'm not there on the premises. I don't think there's any chance that Antifa is going to do anything to her because of me. So I can say, and you'll appreciate this, Brian at Texas Caregiver Support Services, that in Oregon, my business was taking care of senile and dementia patients in my home. I gave my home over to them. And the money that we got from basically from the welfare from state, the money that it's a system. It's a, you know what this is. It's a state-run system that you take care of people that don't have any family and they can't take care of themselves, and the government pays all your bills, and you just do the work. And essentially, you're working for room and board in your own home. If that makes any sense, it's you're never going to get rich running one of those care homes, taking care of old people. But it's really one thing I love about my Alzheimer's patients that we were taking care of is that every time I walked in the front door, they got to meet me for the first time all over again. And every time I brought BB around, my 102-year-old that was living with us for a while, she's gone now. As part of that, you got to say goodbye to them because they're just in your home for a while, a lot of them. Anyway, old Naoma used to say, she used to say, "Is that your dog? Oh, it's so cute." And so she got to meet my dog every day. Every time it was new. And BB, if you guys have seen that one video that had him in it, he played a role there too, entertaining the patients. But so, Brian, I get what you're doing here, and you're a giver already, and you're an advocate already. And thank you for saving my land and all you other people that have given me money. I'm not forgetting you guys. I got more than I needed. So I don't know what to do with it. I may donate it again. People are going to yell at me. Okay, here's something else you don't know about me. When I was a pastor, when I was a youth pastor, the bishop came to me and he was like, "Okay, so you're getting paid now," because I worked a lot of years as a preacher for no money, and volunteering, He said, "You're getting paid now, so you're going to have to deal with Uncle Sam and the taxes and all that." And so he introduced what I considered to be a tax dodge, and it's why I didn't do it. But he said, if you take a vow of poverty, then you can write off everything. There's no taxes. You never have to pay taxes. And, you just set up a ministry and a 501c3, and you just run everything through the ministry, and you can live your whole life and have all your money. You'll never pay a dime in taxes. And I opted to not do that, to not take a vow of poverty. One is because it wouldn't be a tax dodge for me. If I took a vow of poverty, it would be for real. It would be, I'm going to go out like I came in, naked and afraid, that I'm not going to lay up any earthly treasures at all. And I wasn't sure I wanted to do that to my kids, so I battled with the idea and I prayed about it. And I never considered it for a tax dodge. And for the record, I paid all my taxes I earned as a pastor, just like I worked on any other job. And, but I prayed about that, and I ended up taking the vow of poverty, a private one, not a document, just one just between me and God. I decided I didn't love money, and it was a necessary evil, unfortunately, and that I just would always trust God to take care of my needs, and that I never wanted anything beyond good transportation, food in my belly, a bed to sleep in, a roof over my head, my basic essential needs taken care of. And beyond that, I don't have any desire for anything beyond that. And so I've taken a vow of poverty. You're not going to catch me buying a Cadillac with the money you send me. I may spend it on my land out there because I don't have a place to live where I'm not relying on other people to take care of me. And van life, I may take up again, but I'd like to have it on my own land so I can't be ran off of my spot and I don't have to dodge the police or somebody's neighbors. The hardest part of living a van life is, where do you park the thing? And so I need the land with some water and a shower house or something, and I'll live in a van again because I don't love money, but I do want to I do want my needs. I mean, you got to eat. Everybody's got to eat. So I didn't make this video channel to get rich. I ain't trying to get rich. I never asked for any money. I don't have a Patreon account. I don't do any sponsoring. Nobody sponsors me. This is the first money I've received other than a small amount of ad revenue I get for what few videos of mine don't get demonetized. Like nearly every video I has got demonetized except for a couple big ones. Like the MK Ultra video, for some reason they didn't demonetize that. It still makes me money. The big tree videos, why did the fallen angels cut down all the giant trees? That makes me a little bit of money. But my worst month in YouTube is like $180. Last month I was like $200 for the whole month. The big tree video did earn me a $2,000 paycheck one time. But honestly, there's more money in my P.O. box now than than I think I've ever made on YouTube. You know, I don't love money. I don't crave it. I don't beg for it. I don't ask for it. But I finally had to ask for help because I walked away from the thing that God was using to take care of me. And, I love that job because I was handyman and I built the wheelchair ramp and I funded the money to get the thing started. And it was my name on the lease. And I got because it was rented. I don't own it. I don't own it. I don't own anything but this land out here. And I was about to lose it. And, but I started the business and I set her up. And maybe I did that so that I could finally walk away knowing she was taken care of. She's taken care of. God's taking care of her needs. And that was my prayer that, my kids would have what they need. And she's got all that covered. But I was a little afraid I was going to come out here and starve to death. I didn't expect my sister to help me. And I sure didn't expect somebody to just pay my taxes for me. I thought maybe I'd get some to get started that way. But I took a vow of poverty many, many years ago, a personal one, and I never even told anybody till now. But that's what I mean when I don't love money. I don't love money, and I refuse to hoard it. And I refuse, if you guys start pouring money into that P.O. box, once I get a place to live, so no one can run me off of it, and I get my van on there or whatever, a cabin or anything. And I'm going to be finding interesting ways to spend it on people that need it. And I don't know what Brian does at Texas Caregiver Support Services, but you planted a powerful seed in helping me out, Brian, and I hope God returns it. I hope it returns it sevenfold and rewards you. So, gosh, this is a cry fest. One of my YouTube viewers named Hillary King told me that she prays for me every day. Her family prays for me every day, and she sent me a picture of her kids. And I won't show the picture because, people probably don't want their kids' picture all over the internet. 30,000 subscribers, that's a pretty big audience, But, Hillary, your littlest kid, Sean, he's got my little smile, my little kid smile. See if I can do a fake version of it. It's better when it's more when it's spontaneous. I try to smile that way, but my little boy smile is like, he has that cute little boy smile. So a shout out to Hillary and her family. I think this is the guy that sent me the stuff, and I just realized that the American flag patch that he sent me is actually infrared. So if I wear that, then the good guys can see it with their infrared goggles, and they won't shoot me at night, apparently. But he wrote me, Brother Sage, please accept this gift as a token of my love and appreciation for all that you've done on your channel and for our country. I rarely miss any of your videos, and I hope this helps you right now and in your transition. And then down at the bottom he says, most notably, he was talking about the stuff he gave me, most notably the IR flag patch from the Army, so my brother Sage won't get hit by friendly fire at night. Thanks and good luck. And that's Aqua Source, one of my viewers. Another person, Mark, sent, and all these people sent me gifts as well, of varying amounts. And from $1 to the $2,500 check. I'm still blown away by that. Anyway, so, but this other viewer, Mark, see, I only have YouTube. I don't have Facebook. I don't do Instagram or any of those Twitters. And, but he showed me that he re-upped my video, called Save Sage Wanderer. And it's got 1,100 views from him on Twitter, I guess, and 232 shares. So I expect there's more money coming in. Faith sent me her $1. Thank you. I guess that's her or him. Faith, I think that's what that says. And just a little short note thanking me for what I do. This is some folks from San Antonio, or no, they're from Fort Worth. There's some folks from Fort Worth. My husband and I live in Fort Worth, and we'd love to meet you. And they gave me their addresses and their phone numbers and everything. And I'm in Fort Worth a lot, so yeah, I'm taking a little more chances in Texas because I'm behind friendly lines. In Oregon, I was behind enemy lines, and something like this could have been a trap. That somebody's trying to trap me, and then I could have got shot, beaten, or my car destroyed or something. So I was afraid to meet with people. But here, I feel a whole lot safer. Oh, battery's going dead. I better wrap it up. So, yeah, there's folks in Fort Worth that want to meet me. This is one of my favorite notes because it's succinct and to the point. Hope this helps, Sage. You don't have to thank me or send me anything. Good luck, Fred. Well, thanks, Fred. Thanks for helping me out, and I do thank you. I do thank you. Another one of my favorites is a great letter, and I won't get into all of it because my battery's going dead, and I'm gonna lose power here in a minute. But this person wrote. I hope their name's not on there. No, it's not. They drew. Can you see that? They drew a picture of me in my van down by the river. Like that's my van, and you can see like up in there. That's my little face in there, and I got my glasses and my little hat on and everything. So that was kind of cool. And this person sent me a 2-page letter. And, you know, as far as getting heavily involved with people's lives, some of you are wanting that. And I just don't know that I can. No, I don't know that I emotionally can, to tell you the truth. But I keep to myself because sometimes I'm such a burden bearer that all I do is worry about other people all the time. And so, anyway, but that kind of tells you, I think I got 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 letters here, you know, and so much, you know, so much love in those letters and wonderful blessings that people bless me with money. And, you know, it's going to make sure I have the basic things I need, but you'll never see me blowing God's money. If you give it to me, I realize it's coming from him, and I treat it that way. And so if I get to where I got everything I need, any money, we'll figure out together what to do with it. At one point in my life, I prayed that God would make me rich so I could give all my money away and show everybody how it's supposed to be done. And I guess I figured that maybe God didn't trust me with that. And I still don't know that if I'm trustworthy with a lot of money. I mean, I don't know. I'm just a human. But I did take a vow of poverty, and I don't intend to leave anything behind except this land, and only for it to serve the same purpose it served for me, and that's to give my kids some place to live. And, you know, so there's enough for them to share what little bit I got left from when I did have some money. And, but I don't want what the world has to offer. We're in a time where I don't know. All I can say is press into God. If you don't believe in God, rethink that. Because we're entering in a time where the battle lines are being drawn between good and evil. And I'm glad I'm on the side of good. And so are you good people that watch me as well. And I know together, with God's help, we can save our republic. And we can save our culture and save our people from extinction. And no weapon formed against us shall prosper. But, yeah. Once again, thank you guys so much for helping me out with this and paying my taxes. And go by and check out Brian's company. And I don't know if he's a nonprofit or what he does there exactly. But go by and say hi and tell him, you know, thank you for helping Sage. So I hope this helps him by giving a shout out. And, you know, and there may be more people there may be more money. You're going to get a bunch of these videos, I think. And we may have to figure out what to do with some of this money, because 30,000 people is more than it sounds, especially if you're reaching a portion of them and they're not just fair weather friends and they believe in what you're doing. I guess it can be more powerful than I dreamed. But whatever we spend this on, it's going to be spending it to spread good and to help people that need help, and to do something in our world besides just tear down and destroy. And so many people are about themselves. But you guys showed me, you know, I never finished my story in my crying video about my bass player friend who saw this pile of money and letters and gifts. And he started kind of getting a little weepy too. And this is a guy that don't get weepy, you know. And he's like, I needed this. I needed to know that there's still good people in the world. These people helped you. There's still good people in the world. And we kind of had a moment where we were just like blown away that it's not all evil. There's still good in this world. But thank you guys again. Thanks for sitting with me through my mail, and I hope there's gonna be more in this series as mail comes in. Well, hey, if you make sure and tell me if you don't want your letter ever mentioned. And I try not to mention names, but you know, Brian's name is all over his business here in the Texas Caregiver Support Services, and he gave me the webpage. So, but you know, don't have to worry about me like outing you or whatever, or using your whole name, even though like people's names are on these envelopes and checks and things. But your anonymity is safe with me, And, if you don't want your letter ever written or you don't want me to reference it, I understand that too. And just write that in the letter and I'll make sure and keep it all on the hush. But thank you for communicating with me. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for watching my channel. And gosh, thank you for loving me because this is love. This is love. Thank you. God bless y'all.